G'day, and welcome back to Completely Stupid, the show about stupid people doing completely stupid things with your host, me, the Australian idiot, and let's get into the clips. Here we have a guy who's barely managing to contain their anger at what looks to be an airport area.
They'll take you apart, buddy. Just calm down. Everybody's gonna get out.
Who the f*** is that?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Get the f*** out of
Where you going? Where you going?
Get out of here.
Calm down, man.
Who the f*** are you?
Calm down.
Who the f*** was that?
Don't worry about him.
I want to know who the f***
We
that
don't know
was.
who he was. Don't.
You sure about that?
I don't know who he
I want
was.
to know who the f*** that was.
We don't know who he was. Just calm down. Everybody's gonna get out of here tonight.
I'll sit here.
I'm honestly going to make the assumption this guy's probably got some form of mental problems, and that's what the guy in the blue shirt's there for, to just help him and stuff on those lines, because he seems to be trying to keep this in control and continue to help the guy even after the situation is seemingly over. I don't know, it's just one of those things. Here we watch some classic road rage play out.
People are so crazy. Look at this. Look at this girl. That's a girl driving. That is a woman. Look at that. What in the world is going on? Oh my gosh. It's in front of you in the car crash. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. What is wrong with people? Just go to work like normal people. This is no Mario Kart. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. What is going on? Oh my gosh. I'm going around this. I'm going around this.
The classic that you cut me off, now I'm going to chase you down until you stop, and then I'm going to get out and scream and shout and let it all out. It's like, I get it. I get why people I get why that type of thing would make you angry. But, you know, sometimes you need to think a little further and realize that you're driving like a multi-thousand pound car that, if done wrong, can easily kill someone. Heck, if you do something really, really wrong, you could kill yourself with it, which is not exactly the thing you want to be doing. So maybe be a bit safer on the roads, even when someone does something completely stupid like cutting you off or jumping into your lane without acknowledging that you're actually right there, right where they're going to go. Because, you know, you gotta expect, like, as a driver, your main thing is like not how you're driving. No, it's all about how everyone else is driving. Because no matter how well you drive, all it takes is one dumbass doing something ridiculously stupid to screw you over. Here we have a fun verbal fight between the neighbors.
You keep getting worse. Say some rude shit to my girlfriend again.
Turn on the stereo at fucking 4 a.m.
Who does?
And start the. You start the.
Dude, you sit over there. You do all your shit. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you about what we do and what you fucking do. Leave her the f alone. Mind your own.
Said anything to her.
Dude, mind your own. Of course you smell like alcohol.
Dude,
of course you smell like alcohol. Of course. Oh, really? I just got off work.
411. Oh, well, yeah. Dude,
No fucking alcohol. 411? You mean 211?
Yeah.
Dude, go inside your house.
Get off me.
Go inside your house. Say some rude shit to her again, and you and I are gonna get real acquainted. Real fucking acquainted. Why don't, hey, come and do something.
Come on, bitch. You keep fucking pushing me. What? What are you gonna do to a 54-year-old?
I'm 48, dude.
Don't give a.
You're not any older than I am.
And I haven't done
Say
shit.
some rude shit to her. Keep popping off at the mouth. Keep popping up.
I mean, there is a bedroom next door that we could probably reserve for you if you want to get acquainted that badly. Oh, you mean the physical kind. Ah. Well, there's still a bedroom over there. You might find it useful. I'm sorry, it's a bad joke. Yeah, I get the defendants of your partner when someone's being a dick to them, but, you know, sometimes taking things too far is, kind of a thing, you know? This old guy claims that OP stole their car park that they were, quote, waiting upwards of 5 minutes for. Anyhow, he thought it was a great idea to make casual threats about the car park being stolen, and here's the clip.
Take pictures.
What are you gonna do if I don't move? If I don't move?
Back out.
What did you say, sir?
I'd like for you to back out. She was waiting.
Or what
there.
are you gonna do? What did you just threaten me?
I'm asking you to back out.
You said you're gonna break the window?
Listen, you can be assholes.
Sir, we were behind the car.
That car was not there. She's been waiting here for 5 minutes, waiting for those folks to back
Sir,
out.
a blue car was in front of us.
I'm
and he cut
asking
us
you.
off, bro.
I'm asking you to back out.
Sir.
Are you gonna break my window?
You can be an asshole.
We're looking for parking spots like
It
everybody.
doesn't matter. She's been sitting there the whole time.
Are you gonna break my window?
You guys decide to make a good choice, or you can be an asshole.
Sir.
What are you gonna do?
Sir, how old are you? You make a good choice.
Listen,
You make a better choice.
she was waiting there the whole time,
You're
guys.
the better person,
dude,
right? You're older.
Hey, dude. She was waiting there. Right. So why don't you respect
You're the
some
more
people
mature
that are
person,
older?
so that you will move on.
OP then claimed post this clip that he actually said to the guy that he's going to call the cops and push for assault charges because, you know, what he did at the end of the clip. And apparently the guy decided to quickly disappear after the fact. Either we don't know whether he actually did steal the car parked under their nose or not, and that is just not something we'll get an answer to. And look, if that is truly the case, I can understand that it sucks when that happens, when you're patiently waiting for someone to get out of a car park, you sit there with your indicator on, and someone else decides to come in and take that car park before you get a chance to move into it when the other guy goes. Yeah, that's frustrating and honestly quite rude, but I don't think you should ever go to this lengths about that type of thing. I don't know, seems a bit stupid and unnecessary and a great way to ruin your day further than just simply losing a car park you were patiently waiting for.
First one here is we have a person trying to kick a door down, making the people doing the graveyard shift suffer a little.
No,
Olivia,
Sad.
move back.
Sad. No, he's holding the door. It's fine. Dude, that's damage to property. You should go. Go. Can you go get the phone? Can you go get the phone? The phone? Yes. You're touching property.
There was a large.
That's not gonna do anything.
Well, that clip ended fast, and is that just me, or was there sirens could be heard right at the end of that? I hope it was, and I hope she got caught, because, whoopsie daisy. I find it funny how the jaw just didn't break despite how hard that person clearly was kicking it. It's like either they've dealt with this before and have had to reinforce the glass, or she is just weak. Here we have a guy doing some humble bragging.
I live here. Do you own a house on this street? Do you own a house on this street? Do you own a house on the street?
You're stupid.
No, I'm not. I own a house on the street. You don't, motherfucker. I own a house. I own a house on the street.
Relax.
You don't.
Relax.
Don't honk at me. I had surgery today, and you're honking at me. I turned on my trash can. I turned on my trash can. I had surgery today.
Okay.
You honked at me. You don't live here. I live here. You don't live here. You don't live here.
Stop, man.
You have.
Stop. Relax.
You do not have my life. You do not have my house. You don't get to honk at me.
Wow, the privilege.
You do not honk at residents on the street.
Oh, did I say humble? Nah, I was joking on that one. I do wonder how we got here. By the sounds of the story, this guy was on the road with his trash can. The guy in the car beeped his horn at him, and now we're here, which is very interesting topics of discussion for something that simple that could have just been like, oh, just let the car through, move on with your day. I don't know. Maybe but then he wouldn't have gotten to brag. I don't know. This is an interesting one. So with this clip here, we're reaching the end of a very long story between a conflict between the leasing officer and the people who live in an apartment. And this is all over an apparent filthy apartment that requires the leasing officers to give them an extra fee of having a filthy apartment or kicking them out on the spot. And as I stated, this is the clip where it all peaks. Here we go.
Why do you have
Well, she was calling us yesterday, so what happened? Where is she? We need her information.
You can talk to her right now. She's still on.
But she was calling, so what happened? Where's the caseworker?
She was on the phone with you and you didn't want to talk to her.
We were waiting for her to come, so why doesn't she come?
So what is the problem?
I already spoke to her. She knows the apartment is dirty. It's filthy.
So the apartment is dirty because of why? That was the question I asked you yesterday when you called
Because
it
of
filthy
why?
and dirty.
It's filthy and dirty. All of the apartment is filthy and dirty.
Ma'am, can we just explain our part, please? Can you let us explain our part?
Okay, let's see.
So, my mom and I, we both work 7 days a week. Yes, it's no excuse to keep our apartment dirty, but we tried our best to clean the apartment. And yes, that was traps to put right there to get the roaches. It's stickers. It's not dirty stuff. It's stickers.
It's dirty.
Because
it's not just the roaches. It's you guys keeping
ma'am.
I took pictures of your
It
apartment.
doesn't matter.
What the hell do you mean? Okay, you can get out. You guys are getting kicked out, and that's it. That's it.
This is how this lady. I'm going live. It doesn't matter.
I'm calling the police.
You can call the police now. You can call the police. Go ahead. We tried to explain our part.
Your apartment is full of roaches. You're dirty.
Ma'am,
and filthy.
ma'am.
You're filthy and
Did you
dirty.
see? Did you see the apartment when we first came here? You cannot be talking. The kitchen counters were dirty. We put sink. Hold on. Chill.
Officer at 1830 Delaney Road.
I called the police officer before yesterday.
It's just the leasing office. Yes. I have a tenant recording me, harassing me, and her mom harassing me. They've been doing this since yesterday. She's recording me right
yesterday.
now. We need a police officer to escort them, and I want to press charges. Advis.
Okay.
This is private property. Stop recording me. You do not have the permission to record me.
Right. We do.
No, you do not. Not on private property.
Especially when we came to you as adults. I'm younger than you, and I'm not disrespecting you. That's the difference between me and you.
This is stop recording me. Can I please have a police officer here as soon as
We
possible?
can talk to the police officer.
I don't know. We sent them a notice that her apartment was very filthy and dirty. The daughter got mad because the apartment is filthy and dirty. They called yesterday complaining, saying that it's clean, but it's not.
We have proof about who's getting mad.
So now she's recording me, and
We have proof of who's getting mad.
I want that video retrieved by the police officer. She does not have permission to record me.
I absolutely do.
They're just she's just harassing me. I have permission to record me. I'm recording you right now by state law. This is private property. You do not have permission to record me, and I will press charges when the police come.
We paid to be here. You called us to come in.
No, you came. You came yesterday. You do not have permission to record me. This is state law, and I'm recording you right now, letting you know it's state law. You do not have permission to record me. This is you. This is you. And I will give the attorneys how you live in fear.
Now, after various questions from the comments, they did come back the next day and showed a clip of their apartment looking pretty speck and clean. But the question becomes there, okay, did they clean it overnight in attempts to try and get themselves out of shit with the leasing officer so they don't get evicted? Or was it always like this? That is a big question there. I do think one major thing to note, the TikTok account that had all these clips are gone, deleted, kapoof. The original clip, as well as the response showing the state of the house, is completely gone, so there could be various questions on that. Ultimately, it's one of those interesting things. Let me know, what are your thoughts in the comments down below? Here we have a pair of whom I assume are roof inspectors, or at least one of them's a roof inspector, and the other guy is just there to give second opinions, I'm assuming. I'm not 100% sure how this works. I'm gathering this is probably something to do with some form of claim from weather damage, yada yada yada. We're moving along from that section. Basically, this guy who's behind the camera wasn't exactly happy with how the Ben behind in front of the camera treated the last house and how he lied on his report about there not being wind damage on the roof. And well, he isn't quite happy with that. Here's a clip.
Hey, Ben, bro, here's the thing. If everything happens according to the books and ethically, there's no reason to get upset about being videoed.
Yeah, well, I don't consent
Hey,
to being videoed.
Ben, it's a one-party state. Look, here's the other thing. You and I were just on a roof in Arrington. We agreed that there was wind damage. You filed in the report that there was no damage at all, and I didn't video you. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. I had good faith in you, and you abused that. So I'm not doing this again, and I would love to get a new adjuster out, someone that'll actually do their job ethically and according to code, because I'm not going back and forth with you on this, Ben. I did this once, and they're closing the claim. So now we got to get an engineer out, because you lied to me, and you lied on your report. If you were doing things right, you wouldn't have a problem with being videoed. Because if you have nothing to hide, you wouldn't mind it being on record.
Oh, I have nothing to hide.
Then why do you care?
Consent to be videoed.
I don't need your consent, Ben. It's a one-party state. That's tough. If you want to get in your truck and kick rocks, you can.
I'm about to.
Sweet. Thanks so much for your time.
Too bad.
Yes, sir.
Well, it looks like we're going to be postponing this.
We'll get a new adjuster out.
Yeah, they're We don't consent to being videoed, and he's...
And we don't need your consent, Ben. Again, if you were doing everything right and according to the books, we wouldn't need to do this.
Again.
Because when you lie on your last report with the last homeowner...
Schedule this, but we're not going to be videoed.
So, okay, so my farmer's agent is on his way here.
Okay.
So
cool.
Why don't you guys just wait for a second?
That'd be great. And then we can have a third party here too to make sure everything. Because I don't understand the difference between a State Farm employee and a video camera.
Until the camera's put up, I'm done.
Ben, if you did everything ethically and according to code and according to state law, I wouldn't need to video you.
Ben, don't leave. The guy's coming. Ben, don't leave.
It honestly
Be in the
is
truck,
a blessing.
Look, Ben, you probably did about the second worst thing you could have done in front of this camera, and that is to simply just walk away because now you're being recorded. Like, there's so many other ways you could handle this in a far better manner, and this is the way you chose to handle by, oh, nope, I'm not doing this. I don't consent to being recorded, even though it's a one-party state, as well as the fact that I'm on a street that's out in public, so I'm going to be recorded anyway, and there's nothing I can do about that. I still don't agree to this, and I'm not doing my job now. Sorry, but that's just what it is. I don't like being recorded. It's just like such a silly thing to do. Out of everything you could have done to alleviate the situation, whether just to do the roof inspection correctly, and then this clip would have probably never gotten out there, because then he's like, okay, fine, you do it properly, cool beans, I guess. And then furthermore to that, I wouldn't be too surprised if this gets you in a bit of trouble, considering this is probably going to get a fair bit of attention. So good job, Ben. Good job. You might need to go searching for a new one, but this group are waiting in line for a ride in a certain form, a theme park of sorts, and well, it turns out most of the group need to go to the toilet. So most of the group went, whilst leaving one person behind to wait in line whilst the rest of them went to the toilet. And when the rest of the group returned to join back in line where they were before, the person next to them were extremely unhappy about this. Anyway, the other person who stayed back initially now goes to go to the toilet, and on her way back she whips out her phone because she knows what's coming. Here's the clip.
Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been waiting in line, so you can get back at the end.
She was sitting here and I came up. You need to calm down. You need to calm down. You need to calm down, ma'am. I'm not even with them and you're embarrassing yourself. Please quiet.
Let's just go down there. No! I don't like the roller coasters is moving, so the line is in your way. It was up here already, so... Who cares? All these people... You care? You care? You're arguing with us? Yeah, okay, I care she was up here. Who cares she was up here earlier? She left. There's no way she was up here. She was! She was!
You need to calm down. You need to calm down. You need to calm down, ma'am. I'm not even with them and you're embarrassing yourself.
The group of teens handled it the right way. They all need to go to the toilet, but they went into smaller groups first before actually, like, they went in group by group and not left the line entirely or in one big group, leaving a person behind. They did it smart, which is pretty cool. I say it's fine. I personally wouldn't care so much, especially considering what you're literally just behind them. What, you might have ended up in the same damn cart and you're doing this argument over nothing. Look, your kid's clearly in a bit of distress seeing this argument because it's like, what is even happening here? Ultimately, we live in an era where these type of lines tend to be several hours long outside in an area where you're usually walking around for 10, 20,000 plus steps in a single day, where you're expected that you should stay very well hydrated, drinking a fair amount of water. So naturally, you're going to need to pee at some point in these multi-hour lines. That's just how our bodies work. Expecting people to just go to the toilet before getting in the line and not needing to go to the toilet later when they're in a multi-hour line is kind of stupid. Here we watch an interesting fight over land near a highway exit.
Now get up, go! No! You want to go?
What you got to do, man? What you got to do?
I'm going to do something. Be gone. Yeah, you will be. I'm coming for the street. Right now, you bitch. Right now. You think I am? You ain't that around here. So get him. Yeah, I'll kill you.
My only question is why? Why would you even want this land in the first place? And then why would you fight this much over this type of land in the first place? You have a very racist man in Tim Hortons, Vancouver, Canada, doing some very crazy things. Here's a clip.
Here, bugger this bullshit. Give me the money back. Quit around. I need to give you my hard-earned money. You're gonna get smart with me about it either. Not in this part of Canada. Not before I go to work. I don't want to hear your liberal foolishness of equality. There is no excuse for you. Just give the money back to the man. We don't have to be around like this. Shouldn't have come here to begin with. I can't understand a word you're saying. Can it cost? What can it cost me? Go over there. Somebody else.
Hey there.
Get out from here.
What's that?
Go outside.
Quiet! Do as you're told. I don't want to hear your mouth anymore. And the rest of your food is scum. We decide what happens in this part of Canada, not you. Lady, you're gonna meet my girlfriend, and she doesn't like mouthy little like you. So watch your sucker.
Did you hear it?
Watch your sucker, I said. Yes. How can I help you now?
We don't need you to have to go.
Hey, this part of Canada is run by men like me. Don't shoot your mouth off on my streets.
Get out.
Okay? Smarten up.
No, here.
Quiet.
You'd be surprised to know this guy actually got charged for causing a public disturbance for this entire incident here, and you would probably be less surprised to know that he's done stuff like this before and has copped fines and stuff for that before. In 2016, he went on some form of racist tirade against a woman and her son in Vancouver City Hall SkyTrain station, which he eventually pled guilty to the assault and uttering threats, which is just kind of funny to say the least, but also very disappointing that there's just people exist like this. Why can't we be nice? This clip is kind of like the ultimate example of why I'm more willing to believe the staff behind the counter and not the customer. But here's a clip and I'll talk to you more later.
Is there anything wrong with the... Because I'm not allowed to touch the...
Okay, we'll find out who's allowed to do what when the manager gets back here. And after I call home office on you, too.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Yes, you did.
What did I do?
You said you couldn't touch it.
I'm not allowed to touch it.
Well, you touch people's phones, don't you?
No, I'm not allowed to touch those either.
Well...
Us as Walmart employees aren't allowed to touch them. Those are the jobs of the phone reps. And the phone reps aren't necessarily...
I don't want to hear no more from you. Because you don't know how to do customer service.
Oh, okay.
How old are you? 15, 16,
no,
17?
I will be 19 in May.
Okay. You're too young to know how to do any type of customer service.
Oh, okay.
Because you keep telling me that I'm not the customer. So...
I wouldn't want to be told that no matter what age I am.
Yeah,
There's a reason I don't shop here no more.
Did you already call a team lead down here?
Yeah,
I don't want a team lead. I want an assistant manager.
I called. There's August right there. I called upper management.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to buy this charger for my watch, and he wanted to know when I was returning it. I said, I'm not returning it. It was taped. The box was taped together, shut. And I said, I was trying to get it open. I asked for some scissors or something to open with, that I ended up having to rip it open to see what was it, see if it fit my watch. And then he said, are you sure this will fit your watch? I said, yes, I tried it. Here's my watch. Here's the charger. You can try it yourself. He said, I ain't about to do that.
No, I said I'm not allowed to touch customers' items. Because us as Walmart employees aren't supposed to touch the items of customers. We're only supposed to bring them.
Right. But if so, then you tried it.
If you realized that you were just trying to log into your shopping account, if you forget your password, you just get that same code and you type it in. It'll let you say.
Right now, I've never put one in.
All right, awesome.
It's a one-time passcode.
Okay, total will be 1946.
Now, if you haven't put two and two together, which is fair if you haven't quite caught on, but basically what's happened here is this person here wanted to get a certain charge for a watch, and the guy behind the counter was like, do you know it's the right one for your watch? And she's like, yeah, here, you try it yourself, you put it together. He's like, no, I'm good, don't need to do that, sorry. And she's called Like, she's caused a whole fuss because he said, no, I don't want to do that. I can't do that. Sorry, I'm not going to touch your watch. Sorry. And she's lost the plot at that point. That is, like... that is just some level of ridiculousness that's just why I'm more willing to believe the workers over customers, because of stuff like this, like unnecessary stupid crap where she's clearly already tested it herself, and Ryan said, yeah, I know it works. She's like, no, you can, I mean, yeah, it does, but you can check yourself. And he says, no, I'm good. You don't just go, oh, is that the case? Oh, you get the manager because you're not doing proper customer service. You just go, okay, fair enough. And then that's that. You wouldn't have had to spend any time complaining about these things or doing this or doing that. It would have been all over and done with. You made your purchase and you get out. It's really that simple. I don't get why you have to complicate it so much over something so insignificantly not trivial. I would gather you that most of you Americans who have been around the internet for the past handful of weeks would probably be vaguely aware of the Stanley Cup and the weird hype train that's going on around it. Anyway, recently, Starbucks and Target did a collab one, which led to many lines starting outside of these stores from like 3 a.m. Here we have a clip where some bright guy decided to cut in line to try and get one first themselves.
This dude tried to cut the line for the Starbucks Target Stanley Cup, but we were not having it.
No. And then you said you were going to deck me. So I got over here because I didn't want to get, you have to get to the end of the line. There was no line. There is a line. You were in a circle over here. Because we already knew our place. But it doesn't matter. You were talking.
Can somebody call the police and get the...
We know. Right. And you're not getting in. You're not getting in first. We will talk to management. That's Go ahead. Talk to them. Yep.
The hell is your problem? Like,
What's our problem?
Like,
because everybody here is all respectful of each other. The people who are in the back of the line, they're not up here insisting. There is no line. There is a line. Ask everybody here. You made the line. No, there's a line. Get in the back. But you know what? They respect that. They respect that. Target would have made a line if they wanted a line.
There is, and they're inside watching everybody.
Okay.
The lady in the beige pants ended up hitting the call button to get a manager to come outside.
We heard you guys. Come on now.
I understand, but there was no line.
How is there no line? There's all these people.
It was a circle.
All right, it was a circle, but we were still standing in front. Obviously, it does.
Hey, we're not arguing. Yep. Absolutely not. Nope. It will not be a thing.
Yep.
I don't know who was here first.
He is
right along the line.
He came up after me,
Okay.
and I knew my place.
When did you get here?
I got here after the blonde.
Okay.
No.
So wherever you were,
Because everybody watched you and said something.
I was here after
Might as
her.
well wait to-
let's get this going. One,
Are you serious?
two,
oh, it's in chronological order.
three.
I was number 8.
Thank you.
Nope, no.
We were let in at 8 a.m. sharp. Kept secured.
I don't know what's worse. All the people that are coming here to a store before 3 a.m. in the morning in order to get a cup, or the person who's cutting through the line in order to get the cup first. I say this whilst having like shelving of video game collectibles in the background. It's a bit of a hypocritical thing, isn't it? I get it. I actually do get this type of craze. Because I have my own thing where I just like collecting game collectibles. I've got a lot of them in the shelves behind me because it's just cool. It's cool, and that's all there is to it. This guy's a total entitled asshole for just being that way. Like, I get it. Getting one of these things is like seemingly super difficult, and you want one. But at the same time, cutting in front of lines just to make sure you get one is just, I don't know, seems a bit self-entitled, ain't you? And at the end of the day, if you fail to get it, boo-hoo, it's still just a cup. A really good cup, but it's just a cup. You know? You can get it down the line when the craze dies down a little bit if necessary. I don't know. I can't say it's horrible, it's bad to be this type of way over cups because I get the whole collecting thing, but at the same time, isn't it a bit stupid? This neighbor is upset over the front door mat that their neighbor has.
Thank you.
Have you ever done this?
No, it's just We like Halloween around here.
Oh, really? Is
Yeah.
everything ready? Did you guys actually know? I don't know if you know Jesus,
Yeah, I do. Thank you.
but did you know that this is an open door to
It-
the enemy?
It's a Hasbro game.
I know, but it's also an Ouija board.
It's a Hasbro game.
Hasbro game.
Yeah, it's a game for kids.
Kids? Are you serious?
Yeah, this is a game for kids. It's not real. That stuff's not real. But hey, you have a good one, right?
I have a good one too.
You know, I have no problem with people who are religious in any way, shape, or form. It's just like, maybe not make you being religious a problem for everyone else. It's kind of silly. Like complaining about someone's front door mat because you don't like it because it might be evil is a bit silly. Here we have quite an interesting clip where a guy at Olive Garden is extremely upset at the waitresses who are serving him tonight because apparently one of them was continuously flirting with his supposed partner while serving them. Whether that's true or not's the other question. Either way, you can tell this guy seems to have a very good jealousy streak. Here's the clip.
Your worker flirting with her in front of me, like I'm not sitting here. And now he's gonna look like he has something to say. Tell him to step outside. The fact that I'm sitting here and he's looking at her breast and bringing it toward her, I'm not supposed to say nothing? I'm feeling disrespectful because he's doing shit in front of me. Apologize. Now I need to apologize. Sir. Sir, what? Y'all got motherfuckers doing shit like that, and I'm the one that's wrong? Y'all.
According to the person who posted this clip, because they weren't involved in the actual thing itself, apparently this guy was being very aggressive towards their partner in the parking lot later on, which is attached to the sign of the partner walking out a lot quicker than he did and various other things on those lines. It leads to a lot of questions on his aggressibility. Here we have the aftermath of a fight where some person decided to open an umbrella inside throughout what seems to be a graduation ceremony, and someone else wasn't quite happy with that, so a fight ensued. Here's the aftermath.
Somebody call security!
You let her go?
Really? You need to take her. She's over here hitting me. Both of y'all come on upstairs. Both of y'all. Come on. Vámonos, por favor. Vámonos, señora. Vámonos. Vámonos. Por favor.
I mean, stupid be what stupid does. You can't really fix stupid like this sometimes. I'm not even going to specify who I mean here. I mean, I think both, to be completely honest. Hey, opening an umbrella inside, especially in the midst of something like this, is just silly. And then the person who had the reaction that led to the umbrella getting damaged like that is even sillier. It's just levels of just like, really? This is what we do? That I just don't get sometimes. This Karen walks out after not paying for a hairdo.
You literally still have to pay me, ma'am.
I have not paid.
No, like literally, do you not realize though that you gave me?
To my car.
I am, because how are you? You're teaching your daughter this right now?
I am not paying $5.43 for it all over black color like that.
Dude, your hair is down to your butt. How do you not expect it to be over? Are you kidding? Okay, that's fine. Got your car and everything.
IQ level 100 over here. No, 300. She did not pay for the hair dye and did not get in trouble, right? $500 service. That's not actually that bad, all things considered, if it's a whole hair dye. And trying to get it like that, that's I think big enough the police might actually do something. I don't know.